Okay, greetings, beautiful beings who care about your evolution, who care about the world, who care about all the beings on the planet. Amidst what's happening in the world and what we're seeing, and it feels, wow, it feels so heavy and violent and dense and sad and mystifying in a way why humans are acting in the way they are. It's survival. And I've thought a lot about this. It's beings are, they have a programming inside of them. And even the ones who have the most money think I need more to ensure that I survive. And the ones obviously who are really struggling are doing whatever they can. And they are easily fed programming that spurs them to do things that probably it's not really in their hearts, right? So I've talked with a few really beautiful light beings who are doing our kind of work over the weekend, and I just feel a little ray of hope, because there's many of us out there, and it's really, I know, helpful for our spirits to see that reflected out there, but also to join together. And I thank you for taking time on your Monday morning to be here and show up, as I know what it's like. Got to get stuff done. So I am so grateful. So we've been working for a strong period of time on being able to tune in to the light, the 5D earth. And sometimes I hope in my heart that it's not just an illusion of something that I'm seeing. And so two of the beings I talked to this weekend, oh yeah, it's here. It's here. And then I connected with another person who created a little short video. And she just said, what's happening, and this is totally explains everything. The light is intensifying. And as it intensifies, it strikes up the contradiction. So the way through chronic problems, whether it be depression or anger, whatever it is to contradict it with its opposite. I learned this a long time ago. And so the trick, and I'm going to share this with you, the trick is to feel what you feel, to feel what you are feeling. Oh, I feel sad, I feel depressed, why am I so angry all the time? To feel that, and then to go, but that's an emotion, it's not me. In other words, I am not depressed or depression. I'm feeling a deep sadness. I'm not rage. I just am noticing some anger in my body, and it feels a little overwhelming, and it's not going away. I'm really have a lot of angst and fear. Just it's in me. A lot of people are manifesting a lot of deep angst and fear about the future. I see this quite a bit in my practice. You're not that emotion. You are a vessel, not only for your own emotion, but you beautiful light workers are doing the lion's share of the work, because you're tuned in, because you're an open channel, because you've connected with Gaia, and the collective unconscious is stirring around in all of that. And so in 2010, I've said this, we invoked on a project to kind of tune into our own mind and clear it. And now, I woke up very clear. We need to start working on clearing Maya. And Maya is all the stuff that people act out and do because something happened to them. Someone who overeats, or who has a mental issue, or who even murders, something happened to them. A baby doesn't come into the world and goes, first thing I'm gonna do is kill somebody. It just doesn't happen. the human spirit is connected to a soul unless there's been a huge disconnect. And then that person can go mental, or they can go into such deep rage that it's all they can do. It's all they can do. So it's tough to see this happening in the world. And I've been told for the next 9 months, this is our project. And it's not as yummy as some of the other work that we've done, but I'm going to say, please come when you can, because if we have the 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 as today, what happens is we form or create a formation on the quantum that then goes and does the work. Otherwise, we're kind of working it through in our bodies. Okay, and so, and then someone is saying, I feel like I'm cursed, chaotic things just keep happening nonstop. This is exactly the reason why we have to clear the Maya. And to the person who chatted with me on that, I will reach out to you today about that. Okay, I will. Thank you for coming and joining us in our experience here. So some of you know the wall of Maya is 400 positions. And we're not going to go through all those positions today. We're going to get into the work. But the amazing, amazing thing is that every Maya can be cleared by 3 Crystallis code mudras. I've seen it happen over and over again for myself and for our group. If you start to feel a weird fatigue, go pull up, I think it's last week, go pull up that video and look at the chart and see if any of those feel like, ooh, it's that one. And then go and look at the mudras. And there's another sheet of paper that has the mudras. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a little booklet out to you all with those pictures on them. Okay. An ebook. Okay. So this is a way for you to clear your mind, but you're being affected by the world. Can't help it. And if you're a healer, if you're a therapist, if you have somebody, in the Middle East, if you have roots for the Judaic tradition, all of that, it's especially if you're Russian, if you're Ukrainian, all of that is going to affect you on the unconscious and ancestral lineage into your field. And then, you know what? If you're showing up here, you're a light worker, and you've just signed up. You've signed up. And I bless you for that, because it's not easy. Every Monday, the next big layer comes up for me, and I have to go, okay. And I think this is a lifesaver for me to get to join with you, because otherwise I'd be carrying it all around and having to, as it is, I kind of have to really work, particularly the first 3 days of the week, just how it is, but I accept it. Okay, so we are going to go to the first one, which is obsession from being damaged. Obsession from being damaged. And think about this. How obsessed are all those fighters about those people? About those people. So I'm going to become a soldier. I'm going to become a bomber. I'm going to become a suicide, this and that. And there is an obsession, and not only in those countries, but in our own country. There's obsession with ideology and conspiracy theories, and with even religion, an obsession, rather than following the real edicts, which is to love one another. Wow, that's the big one. Love yourself, love one another. That's the big one right there. Love God comes with that. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to now employ these mudras. And I want you all I'm going to kind of share with you what they are, and then we're going to do them. Okay. So we're going to tune into on this grid of 400 pieces of Maya. We're going to tune into 2 of them today. And this one is on the grid. It's 18 and 11. Obsession is 18. From being damaged is 11. And so if everybody will follow me, thumb goes over ring finger, right index over left. Now you can just hold that in your lap, or you can do this. This really activates it. Really activates, and you'll see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points, and then the other 2 points here. There's 7 points on that symbol, which represent the 7 dreamers, which hold together what we call the dream. Okay. Gaia. Lace the fingers together, thumbs together, look down, it's a heart. The thumbs go to the heart. Gaia. Yum, yum, yum. Gaia. She's okay. She's okay. Gaia's okay. She's turning this planet from 3D to 5D. We're participating. But she's okay. Trayan is the void. Okay, it's the void. So it kind of removes things. So again, ring finger to the middle of your palm. And you're going to take all your fingers and join them up together. And that's going to be these 4 points of Trayan, which is pulling energy away from a central point, kind of like a black hole, and creating a void. Okay. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And so now I'm going to have you take a moment. If you notice a little something in you, flutter, an obsession about anything, an ideology, food, making people wrong, it doesn't matter. You put that in the soup, okay? Put it right there, drop it in. But what we're going to do is really tune into this world manifestation of it, of people in a way going mental and doing something that's not really soul human, and not laying down arms and saying, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do it. We're all not going to do it. We're all not. What if all the soldiers in the world said to the commanders, no, we're not doing it anymore because our people are getting hurt. So we're going to hold that. Okay. Okay. So now with this in mind, there you go. There's your beautiful mudra. Remember, thumb goes over the nail, right over left. And you're going to close your eyes or open them. And you're going to wave, or you're going to be in stillness. But feel, if you are able, tune into that frequency with just a point of observation. There's a thickness to it. There's a density to it. It's like raking through that density. It's a false dream. And I even hear this as I'm doing this. Love, 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 love. Contradicting the obsession with love. And as we do this, something begins to lighten. That density begins to get stringy. And then in your own time, lace fingers together, thumbs come together, bring it to your heart. And we're going to say hi to Gaia. Hi to Gaia. And she says, I am immortal. I am eternal. I transcend. And I love. Om She Gaia De Gon Shriya. Om She Gaia De Gon Shriya. Om She Gaia De Gon Shriya. And the love now up from Gaia is spreading these strings apart to allow more of 5D Tara come through. Pulse love in your heart. Beautiful. So now move into the tray in, mudra. Bring that to your solar plexus. We allow the power of tray in to remove any traces on a world level, on a planetary level, of the configuration of obsession, the configuration, obsession from being damaged. And again, we're strong enough to pulse love, 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 love. Pulling away any remnants of those strings that bind up the mind, the soul, and the heart. And there is a sense of thinning now. Thinning, and I see more of that beautiful 5D light coming through into our field, where we can hold it. And intend it to filter out into the planetary grid of control. So there's the beautiful, authentic matrix of Gaia, and then there's the controlling grid, controller's grid. And the 5D grid is a little more complex because it needs to hold more and more and more light to offset the stirred up density that we're perceiving. And pulse peace. Good job. Okay, that's our first task of the day. So now we're going to go to another Maya of obsession, and that is inhabited. So my heart feels for those that are not only the victims, but are the in a way the predators in what's happening out there in the world, because something happened to them. For them to be obsessed with power, obsessed with revenge, obsessed with mine and only mine, survival. Yeah, it makes me a little sad, but something got them. And that's this inhabited, something got to them. And sometimes inhabited means something from somewhere else got into them, an entity, or the controller's construct. So this one we're going to pick apart. We're going to just remove the density of this Maya, so that there's hope for all of the beings who are engaging as obsessed. So it's 1815, and we say the numbers because there's so many things that if we can put it on a grid and tune into it, then it's not, we can actually go to the most accurate things that are up in our field rather than try to intuit it. It's all going to be all there on that grid. And it just makes it easier. So this one's 1815 inhabited. And so we're going to learn these once again for some of you. Shuang Duan, which is sentience. Tiger claws, tiger claws. Have to remember. It's left over right. And then what you're going to do is vibrate it. Vibrate it. Vibrate it. That empowers it. If you just want to hold it and go in and feel the energy, feel free. But those who are called to activate it this way, do it. Okay, hang on 1 second. I think I have some of these. Yeah, these symbols are not correct here. I also believe we're going to do Sanat Kumara, which is this one, middle finger. I'm going to actually go through these because I want to make sure I got them right. I did these late last night. So, we're going to start with Sanat Kumara. So we're going to learn these first this way. Middle fingers touch, slightly pull them apart, put on your solar plexus, pull your elbows in, and slightly pull the fingers away from each other, excuse me, where they're almost. Okay, the next one is Anaswara. Looks like that. Okay, this is soul purpose, and we're going to put the base of our hands together, and we're going to point one foot, the right up and the left down. And then the last one is Shwingtuan, and it was in there. And so we're going to vibrate, we're going to vibrate, we're going to vibrate. And we're going to see, yes, we're allowed to go backwards. Okay, thank you so much. All right, so here we go. We get guided through this as we go. Session from being inhabited. Okay. Fingertips together, pull the other fingers away, elbows tuck in. Place on solar plexus. And Sanat Kumara is presence. It's our link through avatar frequencies to source as presence. So this one doesn't look like strings. It looks like a darkening in the field. Allow yourself to become a source. Allow yourself to become a source. And we could even say, allow yourself to become a source of the oneness. And something's already shifted here. Whatever that darkness could imagine itself as, it is no inhibitor of this presence. It's so powerful. And then allow your index, middle fingers to point up and down. If you feel like it, you can switch orientation. The right points up, then down. The right points up, then down, as the left points up and then down. So it's a deeper activation. And what we're doing here is we're presenting this Maya with soul purpose. Is this what you really want to be doing? Is this really serving you, your mind, your soul, your heart? Is it? Presenting a more accurate possibility. and then rest and pulse. And pulsing the intention of purpose. What is your purpose here? Why are you manifesting on the planet? And what begins to happen here is a form of detachment, letting go, so that the soul can move into its place in consciousness. Yes. And there's a streaming from the soul star that's beginning to happen, an awakening call to engage with soul purpose. And it's linked to the divine. And here the light begins to stream through. As we shift to Shuang Duan, Shuang Duan. And again, left over right, if you wish to vibrate, sentience, sentience. Pulse this sentience, this knowingness. Acknowledge that you now hold the key in your field through these encoded frequencies. We call them encodes, these triptychs of mudra, encodes. You hold this encode now in your DNA. And allow your mind to be freer and freer. To allow more and more of your soul purpose to be known by you. And move this frequency encode into your field now and let it anchor in there. Let it anchor into your field so that as you walk around, you continue to emanate these two constellations. Freedom from obsession. And this brings us to this other tenet, that as we clear and make openings in this wall of Maya, behind which is this 5D frequency matrix, it's right there. I have been there. It is amazing. It is real. It is authentic. As we create these openings and these unwindings, we got to put something in there. We got to put something that fills the void, the hole. So now we're going to put in more love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. It's 5D resonation. We engage in this work together so that we have moments in the week where this is what's real. Because we're going to go out there and we're going to engage and run into density, which has gotten more dense in some ways because we're now in the bottom of the muck. Everything's kind of settled to the bottom and we're like, okay, this is what we got to do. And this is what humanity is acting out now as this big, giant dream. So love, 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 love. And nod your head because you align with it. You have an alliance with this now. And then, of course, we want to pulse peace. Pulse peace. And yes, we are a small congregation, but we are mighty because we're in agreement and we're in alignment. Pulse peace. And then be peace. Be the peace, be peace. Try it on. Try it on. It's a job. Because we have to keep remembering. Oh, yeah. And then in this moment, vow to live to love. I'm going to add something in there. Live to be kind. Look for moments to be kind. Connect with people on whatever level they present to you. And I particularly like being kind to people I don't know. Mm-hmm. And then, beautiful beings, I am love. I am peace. So that I am is the source. Going, hey everybody, this is just the truth of it. I am love. I am peace. So align. And then, as my animal card told me today, be. Celebrate life. We're very fortunate, all of us. So many ways. So I invite you, I invite us to do this work. It's 40 minutes out of our schedule every week, but we got to do it. So if you can put it in your calendar to show up, if you know somebody that can join us, there's power in numbers in this. There's power in numbers. And so you need to step it out into the world. That's what we're doing this year. We're stepping out into the world. We've done a lot of our own personal work over this last couple of years. We need to step it out into the world now. And because we're whisperers, we're world whisperers. That's what we are. We're world whisperers on the quantum. Okay, I wish you a most gorgeous week. Look forward to being with you soon in our time space continuum. I say namaste, love, 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 live to love, pulse peace, pulse peace. Maybe put little signs on your mirror around your house. Oh yeah, peace. Oh yeah, peace. I think it all adds up. I call it funding the quantum, funding it every time we engage like that. So stay. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.